fact that when a school has teachers who love to see their students learn and excel, the difference in the students is obvious, and the results speak for themselves. That is why it is so interesting to visit a school that has all the attributes that make going to school so exciting and rewarding. This is Universal Academy. It's a charter school located in the Dallas, Texas suburb of Coppell. It's one of 2 campuses that the school operates. Universal Academy was founded on the firm belief that all children have the ability to learn. And to learn more, we sat down with the school's co-founder and CEO, Chief Educational Officer, Diane Harris.
Universal Academy started out and still does believe that all kids are gifted and talented. We believe that every child can learn at amazingly high levels and be successful in that learning. We have approximately 1,500 students who attend our school. They get an education in a wide variety of subjects, your regular subjects that you have in school, but in addition to that, we have a chess club that is unbelievable. I have little kindergarten kids that can whoop 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th graders in chess. I have a fencing team who's been nationally ranked. We have a golf group. We have students who are placing at the state level with track and field. So I think that Universal Academy works with the whole child.
I just love the atmosphere of the staff, the teachers. They are more like one-on-one. They care about the kids. Something goes on with the kids, like a learning disability or special needs or something of the kids to help them study with, they are on it. They try to make sure they get the right tools, the right education setting for that child, and that's what they did with my daughter.
Lisa, describe Universal Academy for me.
I describe the school as probably one of the most different institutions I've ever been a part of. And the reason being because I've never been part of a school system that the teachers can be so creative in teaching a concept to a student. Because sometimes, you're in a box and you have to teach it the way that the district tells you to teach it or the way that a certain piece of paper tells you you have to teach it. You can just really teach out of the box and then send the kids excel from the way that you have created that particular concept. It's phenomenal, and you're still getting the same results. Matter of fact, you're getting better in results because now you're teaching instead of somebody else telling you how to teach it. So I love that part of it.
I like how the kids are challenged every day with their homework. Sometimes it does feel like it's a lot of homework, but at the same time, it is pushing their limits, and also the teachers here are wonderful. If kids don't understand what the homework is given, then I can send a note to teachers and they can go more detail into it and explain kids how to do it. When I visited school here compared to other school, what I really liked about it was how secure it was. Every time you walk in here, they check for your ID and scan your ID, give you visitor pass, and that's the only way you can cross those doors. And I really liked that. And also I sensed that it was very safe environment. And I never heard anything about bullying or anything like that, and that's the reason why I picked this school.
We understand that kids have to be able to think critically. What does that mean? That means we do problem-based learning, PBL, because they have to know that, you just don't take a bunch of facts and then regurgitate them, but you have to be able to apply those facts. You have to be able to take those facts and make them into something new. Because that's what America needs. You have to have critical and creative thinkers, and that's what we develop at our school.
It's more like the traditional old-time school where there's actually an interest in each individual student. And one of the things that I've really liked about it is my son has learned to have a voice and to actually speak to adults about things and address issues and concerns he has without going through his parents. He doesn't have any hesitation to address a concern to any of the staff members, all the way up to the superintendent of the school. And he's not intimidated or anything. It's just very open and honest communication. And should any of them feel as if a student is not able to talk to them, then they investigate it and say, hey, what's going on? Because that's really critical to them as a whole. And they're preparing our children not only for college in an academic sense, but they're also preparing them for life, to be able to confront life's problems productively and, solve their problems.
This charter school is an opportunity for kids to choose an institution that's going to help them excel and bring them up to their ability, basically. Because a lot of times when you're in institutions, everybody learns the same, everybody teaches the same. But at this charter school, we have the differentiated instruction to where you have a student who could come in low or a student who can come in high. But as educators, it is our responsibility to make sure that that student is learning to their ability. And so I love that, because we can take this setting and we can have our kids from all walks of life come in and say, okay, you know what? We know that we can teach you. Every child can learn, and we promise you that by the time this is over, it's going to be a success story for everybody. So that is a vision, everybody can learn mentality that's driven into all of our teachers' head. You know, every child can learn, no matter what the background, what the problem, what type of student it is. Every child can learn, and that's what I love about this particular institution.
The universal experience for our daughter has been great. She is beyond her age, learning in her development, and that's mostly due to the teachers and the facility we have here. I think it's a great facility, and teachers really make it excellent for the children to learn. There's so many of my friends' kids do go here. Some of them are not even close to the school, but they are bringing their kids here, and we had influenced several of our friends. Their kids are going here. I do know a lot of the parents here because I'm here every day picking up my daughter, so I get to interact with the parents on a daily basis, and it's a one big family atmosphere, it feels like, over here.
What do you think makes Universal Academy so special?
I think our belief in the rigor. Example, our pre-K students who are 4 years of age, we actually have them reading by the end of the school year. So most programs, kids that age, it's one letter of the alphabet per every 2 weeks. No, we teach all 26 letters of the alphabet in the first week of school. We have Hispanic students who come in that speak no English at the age of 4, but by the time they're going to kindergarten, not only are they speaking English, they're writing complete sentences in English, and they're beginning to read in English. So we have a lot of academic rigor. We really push our kids. A group came in the other day to look at our students, and they were looking at the little 3-year-olds. They said, these are super 3s. One of the ladies said, you know, I went home and told my 17-year-old son, I saw super 3s today who can write better than you can at the age of 17.
I chose Universal Academy because I just had a very good sense and a feeling when I came and I interviewed there. They were very upfront, they were very honest, and you know, I like a school that recognizes where improvements are needed. They're not afraid to say, you know, we're not the best in this area, but here's what we're working on to improve. And I thought they were very open and upfront. So that's why I chose it. We drive a long way every day. We drive 23 miles one way to come to Universal Academy. So there are plenty of charter schools near me, but I believe Universal Academy is head and shoulders above the rest.
My son is taught a deep level of comprehension in very creative ways by very enthusiastic teachers who you see here year after year, again and again, the same teaching staff. They don't have the rollover that they do at the public schools. And I'm not bashing the public schools in any way, shape, or form. I'm a product of the public school system, but I'm a mom now. And my kid loves this school, and he's excited about it. I get so emotional because it's such a wonderful gift he's received. There is a cocoon in this school of nurturing and thoughtfulness and excitement about being here for the children. They're not here for the money. They're here because they love what they do, and they don't have their wrists tied by a standard copy formula that's done on the West Coast or up in Chicago. It's something that's bred here in our demographic in North Texas for our children.
Once we moved our kids here, we saw the improvement in our kids 180 degrees within a week's time. They can start reading, writing. So we really felt that something good's happening in this school, and we are happy to be here. What we have experienced, great things for our kids. They're enjoying it, they're happy every day, they're learning, and the parents' involvement is huge. And they encourage parent involvement in this school, which is really a great thing. Even the kids enjoy having parents come to a parent teaching to see their progress report monthly. Kids encourage us to come to those parents, which is very encouraging for us parents, how to get involved with the teacher. And we are one email away from teacher. We can email teacher for any concern or question we might have for their homework or their activities. So it's really great things happening to this school.
Talk to me a little bit about how you teach here. What's unique about your system?
I think because we care, but not only that, we take the research, we take the science of teaching, we take the artistry of teaching, and we blend the two together. Many times we focus just on the artistry of teaching, and we leave out the research and the scientific portion of the teaching profession. And so we've done, I think, a really good job of blending those two together. We've left the artistry there, but we've also put the research into effect.
I think that they have a passion for what they do. I think they are totally phenomenal. I think they provide an excellent learning environment for the children here. They really get the kids engaged. My kids love coming here to Universal Academy. They're excited about coming to school. They are constantly learning something new. We just came back from spring break last week, and we went on a Carnival cruise. And my kids are very, very competitive, and they competed in several of the different trivia games. And there was one that was geography related. They competed against several adult teams, and needless to say, they won. Not only were the other adults surprised and actually walked up to me after the trivia game and complimented how well my kids had done, also the host of the trivia game walked up to me and commented on it because she was extremely impressed and surprised because she'd had so many adult teams compete, and she was just really blown away to the amount of knowledge that the kids had in geography.
We have a zero tolerance rule. We don't tolerate any bullying. I'm really no nonsense type of principal. They know that the expectation from the staff is that we don't tolerate behavior that's not appropriate in any way. And so when you make a mistake, we talk to you. I always have this thing, grace and mercy. I give you grace and I give you mercy, but the third time is Miss Davis. Now you got to deal with me. Because I'm not Jesus.
I was trained on how to deal with the whole child. I was given strategies that most teachers were not trained with. We kept those for the teachers who were identified as gifted and talented. And I always thought that that was wrong. Every teacher should have been trained on these strategies. These are strategies that have been around since the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s. We know what to do to educate kids. It's that we make a conscious choice not to do it. And at Universal Academy, I tell my teachers, this is not a retirement center. This is a school developed for children. And if you're not producing for these kids, you will not be here. And that's the way we run our school. That's our philosophy. The child is the center of everything that we do.
A fascinating look inside the workings of an amazing school, Universal Academy, which is making such a difference in the lives of its students. I'm Doug Llewelyn reporting from Coppell, Texas.